Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. I am super excited to be here with you guys today. We're going to be talking with a woman that has really mastered becoming an actual book compilation expert, and she knows what she's talking about when it comes to this. And she's also an author herself, Patricia Barnes. How are you today, Patricia?
Hi, Kim. I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful as well. Now, where are you located, Patricia?
Baltimore, Maryland.
What did I know? When you stood up, you had that cabana, you had that whole like dress thing going. We can't even see that dress. Okay, you got to step back for 1 second. Let us see that fine dress you wear. I mean, it's like super cute. Girl, yes! That is everything.
Thank you.
And I don't know what it is, but I used to live in the Maryland area. I actually lived in Clinton in Prince George's County area. But it's like something different about DC, Maryland. You know, the whole vibe is like, hey, we got places to go, people to see, what, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Or is it just me?
You're correct.
And you don't have time for like, I don't know, for some reason in like DC, Maryland, and it may not just be the place, maybe it's just people or whatever. A couple of things. One is, first of all, you put your signal on and think you, because I'm from Virginia, from Newport News. So it was like, clink, 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 clink. Nobody lets me in. Like nobody will let me get, I'm like, you're kidding me. I know all of y'all, like 1,000 cars, see me trying to be courteous, clink, 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 with my signal.
You can't be courteous. You just have to go for it. Don't even put your signals on. You just have to get over. But make sure you're safe.
It's ridiculous. So you just got to look for an opening. You have to look for that opening. Whoop, get over there. Whoop,
just
and
get
then
over,
you're in there.
Get over there.
And then hit the gas. It's like,
correct.
That's funny. But I love that area, and I love the vibe and excitement and energy of the people that come from there. So I really actually probably thought you were from there. I didn't even know it until right now. But I'm glad to have you on today. And for all of you that are tuning in to the Kim Jacobs Show, make sure you all let us know where you're visiting in as well. And also share this broadcast with your friends and family. Today, we're going to be talking with this young lady that's sure to provide us with some information that's going to be life-changing. So we're going to go ahead and get started with today's episode right after this commercial break and introduce Patricia Barnes. You ready for this, Patricia?
Yes.
All right. Right after this first episode sponsor, which is Snow Legal Group, we're going to come right back.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone. And we are back with Patricia Barnes. And this young lady is a registered nurse. She's also a motivational speaker, #1 best-selling author 3 times over, and the founder of Go Patty LLC. She has a foundation that encourages, teaches, and empowers others to be able to dream big, then take action despite your fears, pains, insecurities, and setbacks. Welcome, everyone, to the Kim Jacobs Show, Patricia Barnes.
wonderful introduction.
You act like I'm not talking about you. That's funny. You're like, oh, that was a great
I
intro.
do.
Bravo.
You have done it the best thus far. I appreciate that.
Well, that's very good to know.
Yes,
Listen,
exactly.
Patricia, everyone wants to know, who are you? What, you are 3 times over bestseller, and you have a book that's coming out. In the book, just so we all know, what book is getting ready to hit the scenes, and we'll talk a lot more about her actual book that's happening soon to be released in July. But it's called Get Up, and God's not done with you yet. So we're going to be talking about how it looks with God not being done with you yet. But take us back on your backstory a little bit.
Thank you. I'm glad you asked me that question, because the foundation, Go Patty, is all about overcoming your pain. And this book was birthed out of pain. I always say, turn your pain into purpose. And I have had the honor and the privilege to have Les Brown as my motivational speaking coach. And I remember that day last year, about March, I was laying in my bed feeling overwhelmed. I was having an episode of missing my grandmother. And the book is dedicated to my grandmother and Les Brown, because it's all because of him. He had asked me if my grandmother, the person who influenced me the most when I was a child, was to write a book. What would the title of the book be called? And let me give you some backstory. So I was feeling really, really sad, literally laying in my bed, crying, and also feeling really, really afraid, because I'm an introvert. So speaking is not something that I enjoy doing, but one thing I love to do is to encourage. I love to teach. I don't like to see people down and defeated. It's just something about me that spark just comes out. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Because I made a very large investment in Mr. Brown. And I just knew that he was the one. I had studied other motivational speakers, and I'm just like, it's something about this man. I really want him to teach me, because he is just the
He
best.
taught you well. Look at you.
He is the best. And we have come so far, and I appreciate him so much. But literally, I was crying. My first session with Mr. Les Brown, when he asked me that question, I literally was crying, boo-hooing the whole time, because I had the fear and I was missing my grandmother so much. And I'm like, I don't think I'm ready. This man, I didn't even know who he was. I didn't know how big he was. It's just, I saw him speaking, and I'm like, wow, if I had a motivational speaking coach, it would be him, not knowing that it was even possible at the time. And when I listened to Clubhouse, John Leslie and Mr. Les Brown was saying they had a program. And I'm like, okay, let me check it out. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? So I went for the platinum membership, and it was the best decision of my life.
Excellent.
Because it's all from that moment. And we both had a moment, like, even though I was crying, all the other questions he was asking me wasn't well put together. Honestly, I was trying to get the session over with, and he was so patient.
You're like, hurry up, just end this already. Put me out of my misery here.
Yes, I wanted to get back in my bed and finish crying and feeling sorry for myself.
Wow.
But I saw my grandmother's image saying to me in her house dress with her gray, silver, perfect hair, looking at me sternly, saying, you better get up, because God is not done with you yet. And I'm feeling emotional right now. Whew. And so the book is birthed off of me getting through my pain and the greatest loss of my life, my grandmother. She has taught me so much. She's a person who was generous. She taught me how to be a lady, how to be strong. And I was really questioning my strength. I always consider myself to be a positive person. I can get through anything, but I wasn't sure. I had taken a lot of hits. And when I lost my grandmother, it's like, whoa, this is different. Like, will I be okay?
Right. That's different. Very different.
Yeah, it's very different when you lose someone significant in your life. And that's how the book became about. Get up. God is not done with you yet.
Get up. God is not done with you yet. Wow. I'm impressed with that, and how the whole story came about in the title. So God dropped it in your spirit.
Yeah.
That this is what he would want the actual title to be, as if it was being written by your grandma.
Yes. If she was in the book. And she would tell me to stop crying. She hated when I cried because I can really cry. I'm an emotional person. I
Wow.
cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm thankful.
That's interesting. And the fact that you felt like it was like you didn't have the ability to go on, and you just couldn't figure out how you were going to make it through this particular test or trial. But one quote says that God actually delights in exalting our inability. He intentionally puts his people in situations where they come face to face to need him. And I know there are so many different situations that I've been in that I could not figure out the answer on my own. But ultimately, I had to say, God, what do you want me to do in this situation? And God used your grandma to birth a wonderful idea in you, you know?
Absolutely. And I have been leaning on God. It has been a journey. Ooh, it has been such a wonderful journey. I feel like God is expanding my capacity to do more. I really was aiming low for this book as far as the co-authors, because I always say I have to plan for the worst, and the worst happened. I hired a project manager. I paid her half of the money. She took my money and disappeared. And now I only wanted between 10 and 15 co-authors, because I knew with everything else going in my house, my life, renovating my home and working full time and other things, being a caregiver going on, I didn't want too much on my plate. I'm trying to slow down.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
now I have 29 co-authors.
I was
And
gonna say you. I was like, it's a lot more folks. I was just thinking that this right here. I was looking at the book again backstage. I said
yeah,
that looked like a lot more than that. Okay,
I
okay.
have 29 co-authors, and it's just like, woo, okay, God, I know I can do it. I believe that everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, good or bad, and that I'm ready for it. I can handle it. Just got to lean on God a little bit more.
Wow, that's a blessing, and I'm glad that you decided to do that. And now, when you said that you started Go Patty LLC, so I want you to talk to us after this commercial break about Go Patty
Okay.
and how you really are inspiring people to be able to get past their issues and obstacles that may be weighing them down. So when we come right back, we're going to talk to Patricia Barnes more about all that she has going on in life that has catapulted her to her new destiny. We'll be right back after this commercial break on Silver Shield Security, one of our episode sponsors.
It's not just another day, it's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everyone, we're talking with Patricia Barnes here today. She's talking to us about how this whole theory came about of being a project manager for a compilation book project. And she's also taking us on a journey in her story. So Go Patty, let's talk about that for a little bit. Your
Go
organization.
as a motivational speaker, you talk about your life. So Go Patty was birthed from my experience becoming a registered nurse. The family who raised me, I was the first one to go to college. And there were many struggles, many challenges. And I always say, whatever I do, I'm going to do it for the next person. So when I was going to college, I wanted my brother and my little cousins and my nephews to see that if I can do it, they can do it. And this time, they won't have to figure out things the way I did on my own. They would have me, and I would support them, and I want them to go further than me quicker. Because when you are the first, so I always say I'm the trailblazer, the generational changer, because I'm
Yes.
doing a lot of things differently, and I don't have a blueprint, someone who's showing me how to do it. And I always say you just have to have that courage. And because I love to empower and to encourage and to teach, it is my honor. I feel like that is my life duty to show people that you don't have to be influenced by your environment. You can make a decision that, okay, there's no one else around me who's going to college, but I have this desire in my heart, and I know it's nobody but God. That's why I have to
That's
give
right.
him the glory,
That's right.
because first of all, we give credit to my family, my mother, my grandmother. They inspired me to become a registered nurse because my grandmother was a caregiver. I watched her closely. I stayed with her at when she did private duty with in different people's homes, and I saw the good care that she gave, and I always loved that. And my mother, who's a geriatric nursing assistant, I've been to her job several times, and I also have a heart for the elderly, and I love the way that she cares to her patients. So even as a little girl, I said to myself, I want to take it a step further. And I know it was God, because where did
Yeah.
I get this from? I want to go to college and I want to be a registered nurse.
Hmm.
And that's exactly what I did. And it wasn't easy. And my thing is, a lot of people see the after, like, yes, the rewards of me going to
Yeah.
college. It took me 7 long years, but I did.
Mm.
I failed a couple classes, and it's my duty to show people the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's why I said, despite your fears, because I
Despite.
grew up around a lot of fears. So, despite your insecurities, I had a lot of insecurities. I didn't think I was good enough. We're coming from a family that doesn't have the college background.
That's
We
right.
don't speak proper English, and it's just like sometimes you feel defeated and insecure when you're around other people who they have the mothers and the grandmothers who are college educated.
Mm.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Like, no
It it it
disrespect.
it it can be overwhelming. I grew up in the inner city in Newport News, Virginia, and I remember going to my first pageant, and I was Miss Black Newport News, and I was gonna put into the state of Virginia pageant. And I'm telling you, when I walked in there and I saw all of these hairdos and
Mhm.
people with Dolly Parton hair and big hairdos, and my hair was like Anita Baker, shaved in the back. It
Yeah,
was really short cut. And I was like, oh my gosh, mom, I don't think I belong here. My mom said,
right.
you have just as much right to be here as any of these other contestants. And so you go in there and you give it your best. She went around the community and helped get enough for me to be able to have a really beautiful gown. And I felt very pretty, but I just can relate to what you're saying that,
Yeah,
I know I didn't have the proper, stand or the proper grammar and all of these things that can get in
none
play
of
in
that.
your mind and plague you.
Hmm.
But I believed my mom that I could do anything that I wanted to do or become. And it's just shaped my future, everything.
The saddest part is I couldn't really vocalize that to my family because they are sensitive, and I didn't want to hurt their feelings or disrespect them.
Wow.
So I just had to deal with it internally. And that's why I share things now that, yes, sometimes you may walk in a room and you can see that you're very different. And you may have those insecurities already. I felt, oh, yeah, I could tell, because I grew up predominantly in a white neighborhood at that. And my mom, she wasn't the best at doing hair. So my hair was always sticking up all over the place. And I remember saying to my mom one time, why doesn't my hair look like that? Can you make
Right.
it look like that? And my mom, she's very funny. So she would just laugh it off like she thought I was playing, but I was serious.
You're
Like,
like, no, seriously,
some,
I need an answer to this question because
like
this is like,
seriously.
and Victoria is like laugh out loud. She's laughing with you. She said, no, it sure wasn't. That's my girl. We got through nursing school
Yes, that's
together.
my role.
Victoria, tag your friends, invite them into this broadcast as well. And if you all want to come, any of you all want to pop on the screen to encourage Patricia today, all you have to do is cut and paste that link and it'll bring you right onto today's broadcast. But Patricia, what advice would you give people that maybe in your situation, in my situation, growing up and knowing that we don't need somebody to tell us, we can see with our own eyeballs that we have something very different going on from an economical perspective, from a whatever perspective that's
Right.
different than other people. What advice would you give those people today to help them stay encouraged?
I would tell them to own their uniqueness. So now, instead of trying to be like other people, I embrace who I am. I love who I am. Appreciate where you come from. because there's people who watching you, and if they see that you can do it, they have the encouragement to say that I can do it too.
That's
And
right.
also,
Good. I love that.
yes,
I
and
love that.
also it just takes courage. You have to say, no matter what, I will pursue my dreams. And that's what Go Patty is all about. It's about saying, I am different because that's the way God created me to be. He knew that I would be different, that I would feel like this. But I had asked God that question because I always feel like my friends, my old friends, my family, my church members, when it goes to my college friends, I always felt different.
Hmm.
I asked God because sometimes you just want to fit in. It's like I don't fit in. Like I don't think like them. I
I
don't
don't
dress like
ever
them.
fit in. I've
I
never fit
don't
in
ever fit.
ever,
I don't
ever.
act like them. My thought process is different. Everything is just different. And I'm not trying to be combative, but literally, like, I just don't think the way you think. Everybody could say, "Oh, I love the orange," and I'm like, I love the apple, and I really just love the apple more than the orange, and that's just me. And when I asked God, why don't I fit in, and it was clear, you're not supposed to. I created you to be different, to stand out. You were called to stand out and to make a difference in this world. And once I had that confirmation, I literally just thrived in who I am.
So
Like
we might have
I'm
the
the
same
person.
family because it's like you and I technically must have grown up in the same neighborhood or walking down the street or something because every single thing you're saying is exactly what God put in my spirit. He's like, Kim, you're not going to fit in.
You're
You're
not.
never going to fit in. Stop trying to fit in. People know that you're different. They can see it a mile coming down the road.
Yeah.
They already know. Here comes Kim. She's different. What is she going to say? What is she?
Yes.
I'm going to say what I believe God has encouraged and inspired me to say. He already told me as a child that I would impact the masses. So impacting the masses means that you are not going to be able to be everyone's favorite person. It's okay.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
not everybody's cup of tea and it's fine. But
Mhm.
who God has assigned me to, those people we hear. We lockstep.
We see each other,
We
Kim.
see each other. So Patricia Barnes, I see you today. I see
I
you.
too, Kim. I love that because honestly, I struggle with that because when you are different, I'm sure you can relate. What hurts the most is when your family treats you different or seem jealous of you. I mean, they are jealous of you and they mistreat you. And for me, that was the hardest thing for me to overcome. But once I overcame that, I'm free. Nobody or nothing could stop me. I literally flourish now because I accept that. And then I have a standard. You can't treat me any kind of way. And I'm not going to shrink anymore for you to like me or for you to feel comfortable because God created me this way. I didn't create myself. God created me, and I'm going to embrace all of me. And once I set those boundaries on people who they can't mistreat me no more, I'm telling you, my creativity is on 1,000. I helping people around the world. And
Yes.
it's a wonderful thing to finally be free. I feel like I don't have no tackles or no chains on my neck or my shoulder. I'm not carrying the burdens of, okay, I used to have like survivor's remorse because I chose a different path.
That's right.
And it hurts for me to see family and friends they didn't choose to do better for themselves. And that's where the jealousy part comes in. And it hurts me to see them stuck and just not
It
evolve.
hurts. It
It
hurts so bad, doesn't it? Okay,
hurts
so
so
like
bad.
y'all are tuning in. We're having our own conversation, and you all can definitely chime in and say what hurts you along your journey, some things that maybe you've had as revelations from God in your own lives. Type them over in the comment section and I'll pull them up. But it does hurt when you talk about family and you know that you genuinely love your family
Yes.
and they don't see it from that perspective. They see it as you are the problem. You're like, I know I'm not crazy, and I know I'm not crazy. So
Mhm.
right is right, wrong is wrong. What's happening here is wrong. And it doesn't matter whether it's Kim that's wrong or whether it's family that's wrong. Wrong is wrong.
Mhm.
And there are lots of situations that I've experienced along my journey that it's just been like, this is wrong. I don't want to be a part of this. And you don't see this as wrong?
It's so wrong. And sometimes I said to God, I feel like I was born into slavery because I'm so different.
Hmm.
And it's sad. What hurts the most, that's why I dedicate this book to my grandmother, because she was not like that. She was my angel. And and we understood each other because she was treated the same way. But back to the point, I would say, like, I'm born into slavery. It hurts when you are a child and an adult, your own family treats you wrong. The
Yeah.
elders are treating you wrong. And I thank God that some people don't make it out. Some people stay stuck in dysfunction. Some people never get to their full potential because of their family is holding them down.
Well, I have a great loving family, but there
Hmm.
are just little different situations that can try to spoil the whole kit and caboodle. And you'd be like, yeah, and don't, and I know for me, I mean, like, I know, I don't care if you call me a nut and say something, talk about some family situation. You already know the truth before you even call me. So it's like, you tell people like, I can't even imagine you even really thought that that was the truth.
Yes.
You
It's
know goodness well. Like my grandma said, "Tain't no need." My grandma back in the day. She said, "Look, now, tain't no need for you to call me with this mess because you already know the truth before you even pick the phone up and call me. You know this person got their own bag of issues, and just let's pray for the situation. But don't call me and actually ask to try to verify it. That's a
Yeah,
waste of breath, you know."
it's a waste of breath. And I just thank God that He has given me the strength. And I do have functional family members, and I always say quality over quantity.
Yes.
When you accept your reality, and I made a decision. When the Bible says pick up your cross, I had no idea what that meant until I made a decision that I was no longer going to let anybody mistreat me like I'm a bad person, when I have gone above and beyond for my family, when I had truly loved my family, want the best for them. They may not want to do the same for me. So I had to make a decision that I'm
Mhm.
going without them.
Wow.
I'm going, and I'm going to my promised land, and I'm on my way to my promised land without you. And some people still are not, they are not satisfied because now they can't mess with me. I'm untouchable. But I always say that I like to turn every negative into a positive,
Right.
because my family taught me that if your own family can mistreat you, the anybody else, it doesn't matter. You can say the worst thing to me. I probably look at you like this, like, so what?
Whatever.
Whatever. Or I'll just laugh. Literally, I'll laugh and keep it moving. It doesn't stop me. It doesn't hurt me, because the people who can hurt you the most are your family. And when you can overcome that, you can overcome anything.
And it's hard. It's hard to overcome family
Yeah.
mistreatment because I know I love my family and I know my family loves me. Even the ones that I have different things that's happened along the years, I still know that there is love for me. It's just for whatever reason there may be some type of little dissension or something. There's a disconnect, but I always want to strive to figure out how can we make our situation more synergetic and better. So I'm forever trying to figure out. I'm probably opposite of you in this case because I'm always like, really, we're family. I love you, but now I'm kind of getting to the phase of not like I'm not gonna ever. I can't imagine ever doing that, but I do get to the phase where it's like you're in God's hands because there is a God and I'm not God and I can't change anybody. I can't change a person from being who they want to be. So be it and let God work with you on it.
Right. And you have to understand that I'm coming from a place of over 30 years trying to be the best and actually learning, not from my family, but communication skills. I have went to family members who I feel like we have some tension, or they may feel a certain kind of way about me. I have personally went to them and try to establish something, even apologize, even if I'm not even wrong, apologizing, because sometimes people just need to feel heard and seen. So I
Right.
have done my part. I believe in prayer and fasting, so I always, behind the scenes, I'm praying for my family. I have wrote about it. That's a healing journey for me. Writing is therapeutic. I speaking about it is because, not coming from a place of hurt, but a place of healing. I want the best. The doors will always be open, but now there are boundaries. You cannot mistreat me. So the message is, do not let anybody mistreat you, including family. Work
That's
on
good. Good
proper
advice.
communication skills, and I believe in being functional. This dysfunction that my family members, some of them don't want to let go of, I'm no longer a part of that. Like, I am representing healthy relationships.
That's
I
good
love you.
advice. So you're saying that no matter who it is, whether it's a loved one, whether it's a friend, a past associate, whatever, make sure that you focus on your own healthiness and mental well-being, and
Yes.
kind of either put a pause or sever whatever needs to be severed for you to have a better outcome in your life. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, absolutely. Because one thing I know about my journey, and like I said, being a motivational speaker, is all about yourself and sharing your personal experiences. And I know that's a part of my journey, is to promote healthy relationships. And I would just like to say that God has to, before he gives you a platform, before I can even be on the Kim Jacobs show, God had to work on me first. And God showed me myself. And he showed me parts of me that I had to work on and heal from. And
That's
that
good.
from the dynamic of who we're raised around, our family and your environment. And it's just like that has the hostility and how you react to somebody who hurts you, and being combative and argumentative and liking drama. Honestly, I thought that was normal, but
Hmm.
that's not normal.
Right,
And
because you only know what you only know. You cannot, it's no way to act like you know something that you have never been exposed to. That's why we
right,
always need to be ever learning and ever evolving,
yeah,
getting mentored and reading and hearing audio books and feeding our mind with some new things that can change our mindset. How can we get better if we don't know better, you know?
yes. And
So
I
that's good.
agree. I agree. And one thing, God has made me very open-minded to and you and self-evaluate. I had to look at myself, because God is not going to have you on a platform if you say something that I don't like. And my normal pattern, because of how I was raised, is to
Right.
go off on you and curse you out. No, that makes me look bad. So I have to be able to, I had to learn how to control my emotions and appreciate and acknowledge it's okay to disagree.
Right. But still be able to disagree cordially and go on.
And that's not the family dynamics. And
Oh,
I
that's not
and
even the friend dynamic.
that's
That's
not,
not, you talking about family. That's not even just sisterhood. If you're in sororities and fraternities and different things, if you have disagreements and different things, there are like major repercussions in some regard. And that's insane to me. It's like, you mean
and
to tell me all of y'all have collectively come together and made a conscious decision to behave like this, knowing that it's wrong.
yes, that's
That's
true.
insane to me.
It is insane. I always focus on family because I believe that God gave us family for a reason. We can't just get
Yes.
rid of them. But friends, I can get rid of you. And shout out to my friend Victoria. She has seen me and been encouraging me through my whole journey. She has seen me evolve over these last decades. And I'm so thankful for her. She's always been
Way
patient
to
with
go. Shout out to you, Victoria, for being
yeah.
on here and commenting on your friend throughout today's broadcast. And for all of you that are tuned in, we're excited to have Patricia Barnes here. And what she's saying is people that are just not blood family members can actually just kind of be, okay, we're done. Have a great life. God bless you. But family is a little more challenging. So her advice is still promote healthy relationships, and also know that God has to work on us first before we can go and work on other people.
Yes.
So I love this. I love this.
Thank you. Before I can give anybody advice, I had to heal myself. I had to become the person that God called me to be. I had to own who I am. That's why I can say that Go Patty is about embracing your insecurities, your flaws, your setbacks, loving who you are. It took me a long time to really love myself on a deep level, not a superficial level. I know
Right.
we could get our hair down, we could put on makeup and have a cute outfit, but deep down in the inside, I had to embrace that and
Mm.
just love my roots and love my uniqueness, because Kim, it could be really hard to be different, like never fitting in. It's like, okay, God, like
That's
literally,
me, Patricia. I mean, you're saying we're talking to the same. It's like put a mirror in your face. I don't fit in.
I don't.
I don't fit in. And it's okay. I don't want to fit in. So it's not like I'm trying to fit in. I embrace the fact that I don't fit in, nor do I want to. It's like, okay, if you have your own little cluster of people and you all don't want me to be a part of it, then go on about your business. Go on about your business because I know I'm not crazy.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we all have to be accountable for the things that we do on this earth. All of us. We're going to be accountable for the things that God trusted us with, the people that He trusted us with, the people that He assigned to us, and we hurt and harmed them. God's going to hold us accountable for those things. And I believe that with my whole heart.
Yes, He is. But it took me a long time to say I don't care because, I mean, you at least want to fit in with your family.
I know.
But once I embrace just being who I am, it's like, okay, yes, everybody may like to dress down, but if I'm going out, I want to dress up. You know, that's a part of my personality. I love for things to be the best. You know, my personality is whatever I'm doing, I aim to be the best. I'm my only competition.
Right.
I'm not competing with nobody. I just want to be the best me.
That's
And
all.
that's it.
I don't want to be anybody else. Somebody asked me, I literally had an opportunity, Patricia, to put my face on a billboard the week that Oprah's studio was closing. And they said, you know, we will pay for everything. I'm talking about like hundreds of thousands of dollars, all production, major situation that you're going to be fully funded, all of your staff and crew. The only thing we want to do is put Kim, the next Oprah. And I turned it down. And now, you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, Patricia. I'm like,
Hold
man,
up.
it's like, dang, because it'll be sometimes where you get like, maybe, oh my gosh, I don't know. Now that opportunity never came back to me ever since that time that I turned that down. If we're being totally transparent here, that opportunity has not represented itself again. But I don't want to be the next anybody.
I
I
don't
want to
know.
be the best Kim that God created me to be. So I actually thought that was I thought that was offensive. I was like, I don't want to be my face sitting up there like, hello, I'm the next somebody else. I'm not the next somebody else.
You are
I'm the
next.
best me that God created me to be. But I will tell you, I haven't had that chance come.
I don't know, Kim, because they could say, long as they have my name, Patricia Barnes, the next Oprah, I'm okay with it.
Oh man, and don't get me wrong, I love Oprah, and she's an inspiration, and I admire her, and I thank God that she's just trailblazed and became that pioneer for all women, not just for me, but she is the creme de la creme. She knows what she's doing, right? So
Yes.
to be even compared in any regard in the same sentence with Oprah, those are humongous feet of shoes to fill. But I just didn't want that controversy. I thought that's crazy. I'm not the next Oprah. I'm Kim, and I'm Kim, and I'm good. I'm
Right.
great with who God created me to be. Now, Oprah, if you want to sponsor me, that's
Yeah.
different. Because I don't have to be the next you, because you be like, hey, I got you, girl. Okay.
Yeah. I understand though. Sometimes you have to turn down things.
Yeah. But I don't know. Did y'all think I did the right thing by turning that down? Because actually somebody else told me, Kim, that's about crazy that you turned that down, because that would have brought a lot of press and attention to your show and all of this stuff. And it was some good feedback that they gave me after I had turned it down. So they were like, it's good. It's good. It's good attention is what they were saying. I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I missed that moment. I don't know. But I just believe that what God has for you is for you, and you don't have to ever debate about it. I mean, he's going to make what needs to happen in your life is going to become a reality. He's going to equip you with what you need and give you the steps to make it happen. So I shall eventually have an international. Well, I already have an international.
Right.
Anyway,
You are great. You are great.
I'm over here counseling. Come on, Patricia, keep
Yeah.
talking to us. You got your Go Patty over here working on me.
I love your show. And honestly, I don't believe, for me, I'm not chasing fame or money. I will always choose impact and purpose. I am a philanthropist at heart. So for me, I don't have to have big numbers. If I can inspire one person, that's good. You know why? Because that one person can inspire the next person and the next person and the next person. So I'm okay
Right.
with my face not being all around and on billboards and stuff. My purpose is, like you said, God gave you a purpose. God gave me a purpose. It's already being fulfilled.
That's funny that you're saying that too,
Mhm.
because that's why I didn't with the Les Brown thing. You saw me, you see some of the stuff I get to do back there, but the
Yeah.
regular public, they don't know because I don't put it out there, you know?
Yes, I understand. And you're connected to the right people. I believe that there are no coincidences. You
Nothing.
said no because you felt strongly about that. And we shouldn't live with regrets because you are who you are. And, that's a great example, really, because we should stop trying to compare ourselves to someone and just own who you are.
That's right.
Own who you are. Be who you are. Be authentically you. Flaws and all.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So you listen, everybody, we're having a great conversation talking with the woman that has definitely done a great job of compiling a book project, but we're talking way beyond that today with her Go Patty LLC Foundation as well to help inspire people just like you all that are viewing today how to get past the fears, the emotions, the struggles to really be everything that God created you to be. So when we come back after this commercial break, I see all of your comments. Victoria, I see your smiles. Nicole D. Roberts, Moses gave up the fame, wealth, and riches to serve God. Great comment. Okay, that's true, Victoria said. And Victoria also said, with God, nothing is impossible, and He always has something greater. That, I promise you, has been the case. That's been the case for me all the days of my life. God just literally right in the middle of a prayer, before I even finish the prayer, He's answering it sometimes. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And I mean, I'm saying I pray some specific things with specific dollar amounts associated with it, and the prayer gets answered before I even say amen. That's nothing but God, in my opinion. Amen is right. Amen. All right. So our next episode sponsor, when we come back, Patricia, we're going to talk about, let's go ahead and talk about the book compilation and how that whole process works. How do people become a project manager of a book compilation? Because I don't know the answer to this stuff. Is that fair?
Yes.
All right. So our next episode sponsor is none other than Attorney Charles Everidge with Hunter Everidge Law Firm. If you have not utilized their services, they're in multiple states. Make sure you reach out to him at 704-377-9157. If you have a disability claim that maybe you've been denied for, or personal injury, all different types of things, you want to check out Attorney Charles Everidge just to be on the safe side, because they may be able to provide a solution or representation for you. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter & Everidge, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
All right, everyone. And we're talking again with Patricia Barnes, who's glossing her beautiful lips over there as we speak. But she don't have to worry about trying to fit in, because she's like, well, I got to gloss my lips, so I might as well do it now. Anyway, that's the whole beauty of not worrying about fitting in. And guess what? I don't care. Gloss your lips right there on the whole show. You can drink your beverage. You can get up and do your dress, whatever, because we don't fit in. We want to just be ourselves here on the Kim Jacobs Show. All right. So talk to us about this book compilation process.
Okay, so what it takes to become a project manager for a compilation book is you have to have the vision, the leadership skills, and the patience and the compassion, because everyone is different.
So you need to say that again, because we want to make sure we capture it. And Mackenzie, are you capturing it backstage? You've already been typing a lot, so I can see you working very hard. Okay, so say one more time.
So to become a project manager for a compilation book, you have to have the vision, the leadership skills, patience, and the compassion, because each individual, each author is different and they need different things from you as the leader.
That's really good because I can't imagine some of the anthologies I've been a part of. They have like 33 authors. I'm one of them, and one has 14, another one has 14. And to pull all of those people together is a major skill set, in my opinion.
Yes, yes, it is. And I believe that I have leadership skills, and I'm learning because God has taken me through this journey to embrace people. And I am a person I'm very protective over who trusts me. And I had to let a couple people go because I felt like their integrity was not good, and another person because he came off as a little bit I just didn't like the questions he was asking me. So the first lady I had to let go because if your lifestyle is not adding up, I'm all about integrity. I want people to trust me. And if you coming off as a scammer, I don't want people to say, oh, I can trust her because that's Patricia's friend. You know, she's a part of the book. No, something is off. So I'm sorry, you cannot be a part of this project. I had another guy ask me, were there evil people in the book? And
evil people.
evil people, and was Donald Trump going to be in the book? And I'm like, whoa, you know, he was a black man and he's a Christian and I'm a Christian. But I'm like, you know what? No, I'm sorry. You don't have the same vision that I had for this book. So let me explain.
What does Donald Trump have to do with being in the book? I don't even understand that. So clarify. What are they talking about?
His sarcasm was to ask him, was Caucasian people going to be in the book?
Oh, I didn't even get that. Lord have mercy.
And
That's so offensive.
like, hold up. Honestly, no, you can't be a part of this book because I had a vision. And my vision is there's so much in this world with feminism and masculinity and what is your political stance and where you come from, the color of your skin. And for me, I want to be the change in a positive way. So my vision was, can we have the masculine men, the feminine women? It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. We have international people. I wanted international people in the book. I wanted national people in the book. And it happened. And so I'm very protective over that. So it doesn't matter if you are a Christian. What matters is we all had the same vision, that we want to help people who are down get up. And we don't care about all the other foolishness. And so, yes, when you are the leader, protect your people from all that. Because
that's good.
You have asking you questions. It's like, no, that's not who I am. I want everybody to know, I don't care if Jesus is black and white. Jesus is here to save the world. He came for the lost. So if there's evil people in the book, so hopefully, God willing, that they will be inspired by the light and the positivity.
Yes.
And that they will see my heart. My heart is to encourage people.
That's good. I'm so glad you took that stance with.
Oh, yes. Very.
And so that's a good trait to have for a book compilation. Yeah.
Thank you. And it's just like, okay, so that was an issue I had to deal with behind the scenes. And some people need more encouragement, because I also wanted to look for people who never wrote a book, because I love to inspire.
Right.
And God gave me that. People who've been wanting to write a book since they were 18, now 38. They feel like, okay, thank you so much. Now I'm ready to write my solo book. That's what I wanted. Make your dreams come true. And thank you, Holy Spirit. I feel you. It's just been amazing to be the leader, because I've been a part of 3 other books, but I've never been the visionary author.
Right.
And it's just like, when I look at the co-authors' faces, it just makes me smile, because it's like, yes, God, you did it. I don't care about colorism. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is, if you ever been down and defeated, and then you are birthed, we all are birthed with purpose, that you will share your voice, that you will speak up. The stories about
I love this.
I mean,
I love it.
Woohoo, the stories about racial bullying, being suicidal. Are you really going to be that vain and only talk about the colorism? Like, no, we're talking about real issues. I care about people's hearts. So I want that message to come across. And you have to have deadlines, because what I learned is people who, if you don't give them a deadline, they would wait to the last minute.
Yeah.
And so I had
And
to,
even with the deadline, people wait
even
to the
with
last
the
minute.
deadline,
So you're talking about if you don't give them, girl, bye. If you give a
yeah,
deadline, it's still the last minute.
yes. So woo, patience comes in with that because I make everything. I try to have clear communication. I'm always working on my communication. Professional photos. I recommend please just get professional photos because it makes a difference. Because when you see your flyer and your image in a book, you're going to notice the people who did get professional photos. And your photo who you took on your phone, it doesn't look as good. And I try to explain that. Get your professional photos. It's not vanity. It's just, it makes you look good. It's how you present yourself to the world. It should matter to you. So, but I also accept people who they don't want to get professional photos. And the perfectionism in me says, Patricia, just embrace what they are giving you. And if they love it, you have to love it. And so I accept that. And some people, for the most part, I have some wonderful co-authors. They really making my job easy. They have the professional photos. They submit their chapter and everything on time. And Mr. Les Brown has been wonderful and supportive. And I'm really thankful for him. And you just honestly, it's not as hard as people think, but to be the visionary, you
Right.
want people to feel comfortable. You want them to feel inspired. You
That's
want
good.
them to go above and beyond. So you have to be able to pay attention to each person and see what they need.
That's
And
good.
some people want to need that encouragement and they're going to need the validation. Like what you have to say is good enough.
That's good.
Good enough.
Okay. Well, this is I'm thoroughly impressed. And you dropped so much stuff and like I'm like over here like these notes are notes. If you did not take notes, all you have to do is go back and screenshot all of the comments here because your professional photos matter. Jesus is here to save the world, so there's no condemnation or judgment from Patricia Barnes. Doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, your religion, your nationality, none of that. None of that. She said colorism. She gonna put extra words. You know about it. You like make up some words. We're gonna do this because
Yeah.
you're gonna be in the book if you have the skill set to go ahead and put a chapter in a book. I think that being a vision, leadership skills, passion, and patience are some of the skills that she said that you also need to be a project manager for a book compilation. But I think that writing a chapter in a book for me and versus writing the whole book, because I've written one entire book called Extreme Balance Makeover. Then I wrote a chapter in 3 other best-selling books. And it was all different experiences. And none was better than the other, but it was just like it gave me a chance to share a piece of my story that spoke to that particular theme: rising up, women who lead, building legacy, women of war, peace in the middle, in the midst of the storm, how I fight my battles. This is how I fight my battles spiritually. So all of those books, I was able to write a chapter, and I think that is something that's a good segue for people that are interested in becoming authors. Is that what you feel too, or no?
I feel the same way. And I'm thankful for the prior 3 experiences because I can take what I wish that I had and then put it in my own project. And I'm all about being laid back. And everything is a process. I didn't want to give the authors too much at one time. Just give them what they need so we can get this process moving.
Right.
And also let them know this is how you may feel when you're sharing your story and you're writing your story. Even though you may heal, those emotions may come back. That's normal. Push through. Do not, you can take a break, but do not stop until you finish. You have to finish what you start.
Yes.
I just thank God because this is such a important project for me because it's my give back to the world and a dedication to my grandmother and Mr. Les Brown. I'm so thankful for him and my grandmother. But most importantly, I wanted to inspire the world. And even the feedback I'm getting from the co-authors is like, wow, my job is already done. Like it's been an amazing journey. And I'm so thankful for the co-authors.
I'm excited. I'm excited that these people have gone on this journey with you. And how many co-authors are there in that particular project?
29.
Wow, 29 collaborating authors pulled together to write this book, Get Up, God's Not Done With You Yet. And you also see Les Brown featured on there as well. And you see that beautiful professional photo of Patricia Barnes. When can people get a copy of this book?
July the 23rd is the book launch date.
All right. July 23rd, everyone, get prepared to get your copy of Get Up. Get Up. God is not through with you yet. Thank God for grandmas and wisdom being imparted. What other tips or any other closing comments or anything that you want to share that maybe you didn't get to say throughout the hour?
Love the process, enjoy the process, document the process, try to relax. And one thing I learned through this journey is because I hired a team, the team is not going as planned, that you have to let that inspire you, because I aim low for about 10 to 15 co-authors just in case something like this happened. But when half of the co-authors who said that they were going to do it, they didn't do it, it sparked something in me. And that's how I know I'm a leader. That's how I know I'm born to win. That no matter what you throw at me, I'm going to go harder. So I said, okay, now since I only was going to do 10 to 15, I'm going to get 20 to 30 people. And
Okay, you might be my twin. Let me see.
And I'm not going to stop until I get it. So this project will be a success. And my motto is nothing or nobody will stop me, not even myself. That I don't have time to sit up there and mourn over people who are not saying that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, because I believe that whoever was supposed to be a part of this book is a part of the book. And for the Christian man who was saying, is there any evil people in my book? Well, the minister who was supposed to be the project manager, she was a Christian and she took my money, and now she, so that's not focused on religion. That's focused on the character of people's hearts.
Of the people. Yeah, that is so important to say that. Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, focus on the character of your heart, not the religion. And also I want to say, just because somebody is a pastor or a minister, don't trust them. Okay? Pray over everything. Pray over everything. And I mean,
okay, wait, time out. I gotta put my little wait. Okay, I gotta put my little views. The views of the guest do not always reflect. Patricia, like, y'all, I'm serious. Don't trust. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just put my one little carrot. I usually don't.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, Mackenzie. Mackenzie, like, Lord, she put it backstage.
Personal experience.
She's sharing.
So that have happened because people trust their leaders, their pastors. We have to be careful.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this as the host of this show as well, that not everyone that is in a spiritual leadership role is doing something that's not in your best interest. There are some people, many people, that are called and they are walking in their calling, and they are honored to be able to serve God's people and to help them and to either shepherd or under shepherd or whatever, or undergird them and just lift them up and edify them. So not everybody that's the case, but obviously Patricia had her own experience. She's like, you want to talk about evil? Wait, give me a second. I'll tell you. She's telling you what went down with her.
Okay, Kim, I got a little bit passionate there, but yeah, I agree. Not everybody has bad intentions. And remember, I'm a spiritual woman. That's a part of me. But I'm saying in general, you just be careful with people. And it's important for you to, I keep saying this, but whatever goal and dream that you have is possible. But you have to understand that there will be setbacks, that people will make promises to you and they may not fulfill them. But you have to make up your mind, no matter what, I will accomplish my goal and my dream. And that is what keeps me going, is to know that it doesn't matter who shows up and who doesn't. I believe that everybody who's supposed to be a part of this book is a part of this book, and that I learned what I had to learn so that I can take on this role as a project manager. And I pray that I'm doing a good job.
You're doing a phenomenal job, I'm sure, for it to come together, and that heart back copy. That's just amazing. With all of those people, your leadership skills speaks volumes. So congratulations on being the book project manager for this. And I'm sure there's many more projects in your future. I can tell because you're very passionate. So this is just the beginning. Victoria said, never giving up is what you have proven that you will do. And so thank you so much. Yes, you are. You are a great leader is what she said as well. So listen, everybody, our final episode sponsors, which McKinsey, we're not going to another commercial, but I'm just going to make mention of this, is getinsured.solutions is final life expenses and insurance that you will be able to leave your insurance money with your family that still will be remaining here on this earth. 704-499-3616. Samantha Benson will be able to help you. And we also have our episode sponsor of Lamb Funeral Home. Lamb Funeral Home, 704-782-3011. When you do have to plan for end of life with your family, they're certified in all 50 states, and they can tell you from a veteran's perspective what's needed if you are available to receive those type of veteran benefits. Okay. All right. So thank you all for all of our episode sponsors today. And I want to close out by telling you that we do have 2 more episodes coming up. Tomorrow, you're going to learn Magnify Your Magnificence in Life and Business with Victoria Finch. You're also going to hear on Thursday from Surviving Financially in a Rigged System. So you definitely want to tune in from that with Kathy Jackson, founder of Global Investment Company. And on Friday, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go to somewhere to eat, and I'm going to have an eating session where we're going to be having just some lunch and chat conversation with one of my friends that will be talking and having that episode live here on the Kim Jacobs Show. All right, everybody. Patricia, you have been a tremendous blessing.
Thank you. So have you, Kim. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. And listen, if you want to pour into the Kim Jacobs Show so it can continue to come on live Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can Cash App $ Kim Jacobs Inc. No amount is too small, and it's all greatly appreciated to allow the program to continue to bring balance to the world, one household at a time. And thank you so much, Rose Slade. I know that you were one of our people that contributed online this week. We thank you so much, Allison Skeet, for being one of our online contributors as well, Lakila Bolden, and different ones that pour into the broadcast. Thank you all for all that you do. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Patricia, you knocked it out the box. I am loving you. I'm loving you. You don't need to fit in. Everybody have a great one. And Mackenzie, you can take it away backstage for us to end today's show. Have a great one.
Bye, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.